But it's how to explain that? When I see something beautiful, I want to capture.
And he's very creative, the way he frames photographs. He has an eye for architecture that I don't have.
Và ảnh đã giữ lại được những cái hình ảnh, cái góc nhìn, một cái ánh sáng mà giống như mình không nhìn thấy được.
Here's a French photographer named ALEXANDRE GAREL, who is immediately fascinated by the magnificent structures in the 20th century and earlier in Vietnam. Over 9 years of traveling everywhere to explore and capture original buildings, the S-shaped land in him is a treasure of architectural heritage with unique ancient houses. Alex wants to save this unique beauty so that no matter 20 more years or how many years later, his photos will continue to tell everyone about the golden age in the development of Vietnamese architecture.
Hello and welcome to the show of Sharing Vietnam. My name is Jin, and today I would love to introduce to you an architectural photographer from France, and his name is Alexandre GAREL. Thank you for taking your time and joining us today.
You're welcome.
So my first question is, why do you choose the vision of saving the pictures of ancient houses here?
Why? Because there's many why. First, being introduced to architecture from my father, who was an architect.
Yes.
And I used to live in France, and France is a country of many architectural heritage. We have many old houses everywhere. We're very sensitive to architecture in our country. We like the old stone, we take care of it. So it's something we cherish. And when I came here, it sounds like you don't see the same way. First of all, I focused to photograph two teams because you were back in the days destroying all the place to build a new city there. So I would like to report how the people used to live, how they feel about to leave that place, and I want just to take some photo there and to put in contrast the old house shanty town and the new building. But suddenly, I used to stay here. I just saw some old colonial houses being destroyed, and I said, "What?" It shocked me. It really shocked me. So I just felt like, okay, I have to take another direction, photography speaking. I mean, I just thought I have to go this way. And most of the photographers I met here, most of them used to take the same photo, like the Nonda, the rice field in the north, ethnic people. I just felt like, no, I have to do something different, because if I want to stay here and live about with the photography I'm taking, I cannot do the same. I have to do something different. And I like architecture. So it came to me that way, and more I focus on this purpose. And I discovered the history of the city. It was interesting. I dig on the archive of photo, and after when I saw a photo of some building, I tried to find them. I didn't find. Sometimes I discovered, oh shit, already destroyed. But when I was searching for that building, I discovered another and another. And so yes, it was very interesting to stay here for the history of Saigon. And Saigon, I just saw it for a movie,
So I know that you and your friend Mao Shant have just published a book which is named Southern Vietnamese Modernist Architecture.
Yes.
And I have seen very beautiful pictures here. So can you share with us about your cooperation, and can you share with us what does the book mean to you?
The book meant to me an achievement.
Yeah, it's an achievement.
I believe that achievement is 7 years I work on this photograph.
7 years already.
Yeah, because it's very difficult to take houses photo here.
And can you share more about your cooperation with your friend?
But Mel was pretty distant cooperation. I met him online. I discovered his page on Facebook about modernist architecture, and I published some photo in there. And I don't know, it came like I discussed with him about how you're going to manage to get a photo for your future book, because I think he published something about doing a book about modernist architecture, and he came by, it was more convenient if I could share my work with him, and it was more easy for him. And I would like to do something like it, because I was on the side also working on a Saigon book, but I had so many pictures about modernist house. I just told him, maybe we should do something together. And this is how it started.
Looking at your pictures, I can see the soul of the pictures inside of them. So can you share with me your motivation when you take the pictures like this?
But it's how to explain that? When I see something beautiful, I want to capture.
And that's it.
Photography is not only about the architecture. From my point, it's I like architecture, sure, but it's not only this. It's about the light. How should the light popping on the place? Suddenly, I see something. You can come back another day. You don't have the light on this building. You don't see it. There's many houses I didn't see in the first place here, and because I used to live here many years, and I used to drive here along all the streets. Suddenly, one day I don't see the house, another day I see it. But I see because the light pop up and something. Just I see the scene. But some days you don't have that scene. It's not like you decide you see the house and you take the photo. You have the photo. It's not. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes you have to back, and sometimes you see the potential of the place, but it's not happening because the light is not there. So you need to come back and just try to capture what you need. You're like a hunter.
Okay, so I'm quite sure that while you taking those pictures is very dangerous or adventurous. Can you share with me something that you feel really difficult or adventurous when you do the thing?
But dangerous, it was in a way. When I went inside to Basson, the shipyard, is not allowed to get in. You know that. And they were start to destroy the place, and I had the feeling I really need to get in. So I pushed myself to get in. I sneak like a spy. I passed the security gate. They screamed. They tried to stop me. I hide in there. I knew if they catch me, something bad could happen to me. I'm foreigner, and maybe, I don't know, it's a socialist country. I just felt like I do something wrong here. But I just felt like I need to take the photo of that place. Nothing's gonna left. There was no photo. The only photo I could see so far from Basson, they were 60 or 80 years old from the French. So I had really the feeling I need to take this photo. And when I tried to get inside from the regular way, ask for permission, also, he never came through. He was always condo, cannot. So there's no reason. They just say cannot. So I just felt like, okay, I'm going to find my way to get in because we need those photos.
Oh, so that's why you think that you must record the pictures.
I think so. It's going to be very precious for you in the future years. You don't see it now. You're developing. You just feel, we need something new. But your mother, your grandparents, even you walk around here. You see the street changing every year. How does it feel? I mean, you used to walk in the street, you see this house, suddenly you come back 10 years later, it's totally different city. How you feel? You feel like not home anymore.
There is a deep motivation inside of you to save, to capture the moment.
Capture the moment, capture the places, and of course it's also interesting in architecture way because I discover different way to build here, and it's different than France. It sounds like home, but it's different because of the brise soleil, the double layer wall, to hide from the sun. We don't have that kind of architecture in France. It's from us, but we don't have much. We have some. It's very warm country, humid. You need the air passing through the east to the west to the house. You need the air to fill in. Before, no aircon. And those little house have those stuff. I think it's very charming.
Charming.
It is. To me, it's really appealing. I like this double wall. I love the shade from the sun on the houses. I like the stuff. It's beautiful. And the stairs, some stairs are really amazing here.
Both have a great love for Vietnamese architecture, so the connection between architectural historian Mel and photographer Alexandre is understandable. After that, the appearance of the book Southern Vietnamese Modernist Architecture is the result of 5 years of Mel's research, combined with 379 photos captured the beauty and unique moments of art by Alexandre. This demonstrates the achievements of modern architecture in Vietnam and also affirms Vietnam's human identity to the world.
He can go into buildings and don't worry about people telling him you can't go there. He just goes there, right? I can't do those kinds of things, but what I can do is sit at home and think and write. So we complement each other by our different personalities, and he's very creative the way he frames photographs. He has an eye for architecture that I don't have, that he does. I know about architecture. I have a mind for architecture, but he has the eyes for architecture. So I knew who he was, what he did, what he was really good at, which was architectural photography. So I was very happy to meet him.
In other people's eyes, Vietnam is something like nón lá, áo dài, the traditional dress, or the phở, something like that. So what is Vietnam to you?
But what is Vietnam to me today? That's a good question. Vietnamese are really smart. For me, Vietnam is a smart country. They need to learn much more about the environment, but so far I think people are very smart in many ways. You learn very fast.
Can you clarify that point?
There's many ways. You learn very fast. In many ways. I love the old Vietnam, if you're asking me, the whole looking, but you too. I mean, many director, clip movie, you record in all the architectural places. You're always going to get the romantic, you put the girl out, and you put her in all the houses. This Vietnam I love, and this is why I capture it every day. The new Vietnam, like the Vincom Center, I don't like it. If you ask me if I like this Vietnam, I don't.
So, as you share with me, you don't like the buildings which are being destroyed now. So can you share with me that what do you feel about that in more detail? And you have been to many countries which buildings are not being destroyed. Can you share with me more about that point?
For example, of course, Basson, just like I told you before, it was really painful. There was a building inside the shipyard. It was the depot. It was where they're fixing the boat. Inside was really, really beautiful. It was like a cathedral. It was a bit looked like the same structure inside the Benton Market or the Cho Binh Tay. Those arches were beautiful, like a boat, and also the facade with all those glass windows was super beautiful. They're supposed to keep it, and in the plan when they redeveloped all the place, they're supposed to keep this one. They didn't. When I was there taking photos, I was in countryside. I was in Saigon, inside the city, but trust me, if you were inside, you walk in the alley, you were here. It felt like you in countryside. It was quiet, beautiful. I don't know, the feeling was so wonderful. I would like to walk here with my kids, maybe have ice cream, step by, have a coffee there. I just felt like it was a place for the Saigonese people to come in the weekend, like before to go to the zoo, but to go there, to watch movies, do some shopping, to get the feeling about the whole city, you know. I just felt very sad on this road, very, very sad. And the second one, it was the Satax. I used to go there many times. I loved the stairs inside and all the tiles on the floors. It was super beautiful.
Okay, so I know that you're going to launch a project which is named Saigon, the Portrait of City, and Yangon, Portrait of City. So can you share with us more about this project?
This project is finished yet. Saigon is going to be published in October. I'm going to Hanoi to publish the book, and Yangon is going to be published now soon. We launched all the layout. I've just sent him today to Yangon, so now the publisher need to review all of it, and we need to discuss about the paper quality, that kind of stuff. Something I have to supervise with Hanoi. I want to be sure to be very nice, because the first book I published, I'm not very satisfied with the quality printing, speaking. So I want now this one to be perfect. It's 9 years work. Saigon was very difficult. And I feature, of course, Basson photo, shipyard of district for many hidden locations you never saw, and there's going to be in this book.
So that sounds very interesting.
It was interesting. It was very hardworking to take all those photos, very hardworking.
Okay, so thank you for taking your time to be here today.
My pleasure.
I wish you luck and more success in the future.
Thank you.
So it's the end of our show. Thank you for watching and see you next time.